everyone, and welcome back to NASCAR Fantasy Fastlane in our brand new studio here.
I'm impressed. I mean, this is stepping your game way up, right?
Oh yeah, it looks awesome. It's super fancy, right?
It is. I'm starting to get nervous just sitting up here.
I'm Jessica Ruffin here with NBC Sports Steve Letarte. Last week at Auto Club, I've got one question for you. Did you get Kevin Harvick out of your lineup in time?
Hey, the obvious move, but the move of the week. I got Kevin Harvick put in the garage, pulled Austin Dillon out. He scored some points. That saved my team.
Well, certainly brought you up a little bit. You're slowly but surely creeping in there, right?
That's called a trend, just so you know, trending up.
Okay. Well, you're doing better than your NBC counterpart, Parker Kligerman. I'll say that.
Well, Parker is that youthful exuberance that thinks he knows better. He doesn't watch our video. You see how that's working out. That's why you need to tune in each week to see who you need to be playing, or perhaps more importantly, who you need to avoid.
Not so subtle message for Parker right there, right?
I'm not real good on subtle.
For more information on Auto Club, let's go to RJ Kraft and Jonathan Merriman.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Steve. Jonathan Merriman here with our fantasy expert, RJ Kraft. RJ, we were both talking about the most owned players in fantasy last week. Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson. They didn't end up winning. So, all in all, were they a good pick?
Yeah, you got top three finishes out of both of them. Where it could have gotten you in trouble is on the stage points and the race winning pick. You didn't get those extra points, but you got a pretty sizable margin out of those two.
All right, now shifting focus to Martinsville. We both agreed we're going to stack our lineups, but RJ here has an interesting garage pick.
I really like A.J. Allmendinger as a bit of a deep sleeper for Martinsville. 8 top 11 finishes in his last 11 races there. Short tracks run a little bit like road courses as well, where he's typically been pretty good. So I like him. All
right, makes enough sense for me. Jess, Steve, what do you guys think?
Well, we know RJ's garage pick. What do you think?
I don't think that's a bad pick. I have some stats that would say that AJ is one you should start. He's not my sleeper, but I don't think it's a bad pick for the week.
Well, we saw that bonus picks can make a huge difference. Last week's winners, or last week's top performers, were only one pole pick away from a perfect score at Auto Club. What is your strategy when looking at bonus picks?
It's bad. If you really want to know, my bonus pick strategy is not good. I have tried matching my bonus picks to my lineup. I tried having the bonus picks that don't look like my lineup, but every week I'm incorrect, and really that's what's holding me back. My starting lineup has scored a tremendous amount of points, but the bonus picks are killing me. You would think who's going to win the stages in the race would be kind of my forte, but I've been missing it every single week.
Well, looking ahead to Martinsville, who is your pick for this week?
So this is the week. We've talked all season. When is it time to put the 7-time champ in? This is it. Jimmie Johnson is the key pick for Martinsville. He's actually my only starter, my must pick. The man has won 9 times at Martinsville. More importantly, average finish inside the top 10, all the way down in the 7th position. And I think you take his favorite track with a little momentum, Jimmie Johnson, my must pick for Martinsville.
Who are your sleeper picks heading in?
Well, when I look at Martinsville, I really think it comes down to you can be creative with your lineup. When you talk about saving starts, this is where I'm going to start saving drivers. And it starts by my first sleeper pick is Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer, in my mind, is a short track racer. He's won at short tracks like Phoenix, like New Hampshire. He finished 7th in this race a year ago. Clint Boyer is my first sleeper pick.
All right, number two sleeper.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Mixter restricted plate is going to deliver at the half-mile paper clip. It's very simple. 10th in both Martinsville races last year. If Ricky Stenhouse can back that up again, I'll take a 10th and thank him for the points.
Oh yeah, I like it. I'll be on your avoid list.
So my avoid list has 2 big names, and it starts with Kyle Larson. There's very few tracks where I don't think Kyle Larson is the guy to play. He has just 1 top 10 in 8 career starts. That's not what I'm looking for out of somebody of that big a name. And my other guy, Kurt Busch. And when you think of Kurt Busch, you think of Martinsville. I mean, listen, the guy's won there before, so you would think he would be fine, but with only 1 top 10 at Martinsville in recent history, I just can't lean on him. I can't get Kurt Busch in my lineup.
Well, you only gave me 1 must pick, so what we're going to do now is do kind of a rapid fire session.
I brought my notes.
Oh,
I'm ready.
I see that. I have notes too. But I'm going to rattle off a name. I want you to give me a yes or a no.
Okay.
Denny Hamlin.
Yes, Denny Hamlin. If Jimmie Johnson is the king of Martinsville, the prince of Martinsville is Denny Hamlin.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch is a should-be start, but there are other tracks he'll be better. So I think he'll run good at Martinsville, but I'm saving him later in the summer.
Martin Truex Jr., last week's winner.
Avoid, avoid, avoid. He's too good at the 1.5 mile tracks. His numbers at Martinsville aren't just up to his standard everywhere else. Martin Truex isn't making my lineup.
All right, last one, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace. Well, you would think a 2-time truck winner at Martinsville would be in your starting lineup, but I'm going to have to leave him out.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns with him, right?
Well, unknowns in short track racing in general.
Definitely hard. You guys be sure to set your lineups and check back all weekend long. Remember, qualifying is on Saturday, so you have a little bit more time to get that always crucial pole pick in, and you have 2 practices to look to. Also, be sure to tune in on Sunday for the race at Martinsville Speedway, STP 500, 2 p.m. on FS1.